All right, so I just pulled up to my last night of camping, and this is the best yet. This is outside of Sedona, Arizona, and oh my goodness, this is the best campsite I've had yet. Last night wasn't really anything to write home about, but this one, we've got trees, we've got a bluff way up there. I want you guys to see this campsite. We've got a super, super nice concrete picnic table. And look at all this space for the tent. Is this just not amazing? And it goes down, I think there's a little creek that runs back here. I mean, it's a pretty good little drop off. And it goes down there into the creek. A bunch of rocks, and you can see a little bit of water running down there, but probably lots of snakes. Looks like there might be a path down there. I don't know. Let's go explore just a little bit. It looks like there's a path down here. Got a little bit of water running there. Not very much, just a little bit. But that's really nice. And my tent will be up there. The weather is beautiful. It's about 80 degrees. And there's a little bit of a breeze. So it's absolutely beautiful up here. On your campsite, I'll show you. There's a parking pass that you take off. And then this site doesn't have showers. You take your parking pass, and 2 miles up the road, there's another campground that does have showers, and you can give them your parking pass and use their showers. So that's kind of cool. There's the camping rules permit, and that has to go in your windshield. And then there's the rules of the campground, which is pretty much the same everywhere. As you can see, my truck is packed. It is so full. And it definitely takes a Tetris artist to get everything in there. Now we got a guy out the walls. All right, 2 more sides to go. So we got the tent up, and we got all the guy lines set, and I'm an idiot, and I put the door on the wrong side. That's how it's gonna be tonight. Now the forecast last night said no rain, and I got poured on. So I had put my tarp up, my rain light. So we put it up tonight because even as much as I would love to look up to those trees, I don't want to get rained on. Okay, so obviously I put the door on the wrong side, but it's okay. You come in here, and this piece that's hanging down right here, you just give it a lift, and it goes right up. And if you've missed anything, you can check your poles to make sure they're going up, and it's up all the way, which it is. Okay, so a few things I have found out about this spot. As beautiful as it is, it's right on the highway. So, and there has just been constant traffic. Something that I think is kind of cool, I haven't seen before. There is a spring, a natural spring, and they let people come and get water, fill up water jugs or whatever. And there has been a constant, since I got here, for 2.5 hours, a constant stream of people filling up their water jugs. So I'm going to kind of try to sneakily take you over there and let you see it. Right behind me is the highway. See where that fence is? Just the other side of that fence is the highway. Yeah. But, you know, this is my first adventure out, so I didn't know. See right there? There's a natural spring over there, and the the traffic has just been nonstop. So, I mean, car after car after car, as you can hear, the motorcycle, yeah. And then I even had some people that came to the spring and ended up walking down this path to the, like there's a little path down there that goes over to that little creek I showed you earlier. I've even had people, a whole family went down there to check that out, which that's fine. I mean, I don't mind people, but it might be a little hard to sleep tonight. I'm just saying. And with this steady stream of traffic, might be a little noisy too. And I was warned about people walking like by my campsite and stuff. So I'm gonna have to make sure everything's locked up. So beautiful, beautiful site, but it does have some drawbacks. Can you see those mountains up there? I mean, it is just absolutely beautiful. And I am surrounded by all these pine trees that are like really, really tall. Let me show you. This, if you have motion sickness, don't look at this. Okay, but when you look up, these trees are constantly blowing in the wind. It's actually pretty cool. I hope none of them fall, but yeah, that is right above me. Is that not just too cool? All right, so it's getting kind of late. It's probably about 7:30, and I figured I better make a hamburger patty while I can. So I've got my stove set up. Now, I am not a cook by any stretch of the imagination, so all you people that can cook, go ahead and make fun. But you just put your little can of butane in here, got your little butane stove, and then you lock it in place, like you can see so. I did gonna put a little bit of oil in the pan here, and we're gonna light this thing, and hopefully it's pretty windy right now, so I'm hoping that I can at least cook a burger real quick without the wind blowing the fire out. So, yep, still smells good. Just had the park ranger come by and check on me. It was very nice. Hope I have a spatula with me. No, I don't. So we will run to the truck and get a spatula. All right, we got our spatula. Got the seasonings on. Here's my plate, hamburger bun. I'll put a little ketchup on it because I like ketchup on my burger. And because that's kind of all I brought. So we'll put a little bit of ketchup on here. Now the beauty of this is while I'm eating, this will cool down enough that I can repack it up. So, and get rid of my trash and everything. Can you hear it sizzling? All right, we're gonna call that good. None of my lights are working. So I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a night and head to bed. So I'll take you in the tent and show you what that looks like. We'll turn some lights on in there. Here is my tent. Some of you guys will recognize these lights. Those are the Ulanzi blow-up lights, and they work really well in here. Let's turn a little bit of fan on. It's not as cool in here as it was earlier. All right, and I do have my headlamp, so, but I'm gonna call it a night and start up early in the morning. It's really, really windy, and that worries me about the fire pit. So if anything else exciting happens, I've got the camera right here beside me, and I'll turn it on so you won't miss a thing. Good night, everybody. 5:15 this morning, these guys show up, okay, to get water. Now this was going on until 11:15 at night, and now 5:15 this morning, these guys show up and start talking and waking everybody up. Look at the line. It's 5:35 in the morning. These guys have been talking for 20 minutes. You cannot make this stuff up. This is, I have learned campgrounds are noisy. So even though it's 5:30 in the morning, yeah, no, there's no way on God's green earth I would be up at this hour. It is daylight. I just thought I told you I'd let you know if there was any new developments, and that's just completely rude. Just don't do that. If people are sleeping, try to be quiet. Well, good morning again. It's I think it's about 8 o'clock, 7:30. Let's see. Yeah, it's about 8:15. And I went back to sleep for an hour or so. 2 hours. But it's supposed to be like really warm by 10. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pack everything up and head on down the road. First trip out went pretty good. I could have picked campsites better, but I didn't know. So it's a learning experience. This site is primitive, which means no electricity, no water. So I'm just gonna wing it until I can get to a real bathroom and get cleaned up a little bit. But that's okay. I now know that I like to have electricity to charge my phone and my cameras and stuff. And water is a plus. I don't have to have it. I carry gallon jugs. And since they kept me up till 11:15 and they woke me up at 5:15, I am going to refill my gallon jug from the spring that kept me up. So I'm going to tear down camp, and then we will head out. If I can find a link to it, I'll put a link in there. It'll hang, or it'll sit on the tabletop. It's rechargeable. The battery actually pops out, and this is probably the best piece of camping gear I have. I love this fan. Okay, now comes the part I don't like so much, and that's taking all these stakes out. Actually, we're going to take the top off first, but then we got to take all these stakes out. So we got the rain fly packed up. Now we got to take out all these stakes. And this is my least favorite part, because some of them don't come up very easy.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire.
then you take this magical strip of heavy duty Velcro, kind of like saddling a horse. Kind of have to put it under the belly, grab hold of it, and then you just cinch it down. And the tighter you get it, the easier your life will be when you try to get it in the bag. Okay. And that's that. So now, you always put it in the bag hub first. And it weighs about 30 pounds. It's not that bad. But when in Rome, let's, do like the Romans do. So we're gonna go fill this up and take advantage of some of this free water like everybody else is.
The way it was explained to us, the water that's filtered down from the snow caps melting through the mountains.
Right.
This is like as clean of water as you can get out here.
Well, now we have some spring water. I found that putting moving blankets on top of the cooler does help insulate it. So now let's see if we can get this closed. Okay. And away we go. So our first stop will be to get gas and ice. I've got 266 miles to go today.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire. Never the same. Whenever you're calling my name, I'm taking my sweet time. Hey, whatever the plan, I know I'm holding the best of me out of my head.
That is day 3, and I'm headed up to Las Vegas from Sedona, Arizona. So it's about a 4-hour drive, and like I said, I'm going to stop and get gas and what have you. If I see anything else exciting, you'll be the first to know.
Catching a breeze, love moving through me